Hey there. Let's talk about letting go. Letting go of emotions in the body that we've been holding on to for a long time, maybe since childhood, maybe from a past life. And those emotions are actually causing us physical pain. They're causing us emotional pain. They can show up as pain in your back. They can show up as a pain in your shoulder or a stomach ache. So I'm Diane Martino, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about another way to self-care. So I talk about meditation, breathing, and I don't know how many of you knew it or not, but when you have an emotion that you haven't let go of, it stores in your body until you let it go. It actually becomes physiological. So some emotions can be stuck for many years from childhood, So for an example, I work with the chakra system, breathing, and asanas. I call them the ABCs of creative healing: asana, breath, chakra, consciousness. And we work in those regions of the body where we have stored emotions. A lot of times, for example, men and women, we store emotions, a lot of emotions in our hips. So poses, movements for the hips are quite profound with people. People have a tight lower back, hip region, sacral region, has to do with the womb, and it has to do with reproduction. And it also has to do with nurturing. So I can often see in people more than just the physical pain in the body. It becomes a activation of their subtle body, something they're storing on a subtle level. And the chakras are the subtle level of the body. So we need to learn to let go of things. How many times have you had an incident, say you had a fight with a friend or your spouse, and you fought over, say you just fought over just not agreeing on something. So that could be something heart-centered. You're not feeling loved. You're not feeling they're compassionate for you. And you have heartburn, or you have pain in your chest, or maybe you break out in a rash on your chest. So that's heart chakra. So where these bits of evidence show up on our body in the physical form is manifesting from a much subtler level. Say that 3 times fast. So working with letting go is a really challenging practice. I've been working with it for different things for years. I always say it's that little thing that you can't stop thinking of. Even if you're sitting in meditation, you keep thinking of the fact that so-and-so said this to you, and you didn't think it was loving or compassionate. So it keeps tugging on you, tugging on you. And a way to let it go is to realize that other people do not control you, that they only use words. You are in charge of your own destiny, right? So actually, emotions, like I said, are physiological sensations that manifest in the physical form. Say you have a cranky right shoulder, right? So I'm still up in the heart region, the second chakra, the fourth chakra and the throat chakra area. Maybe you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. So in order to get to the root of the emotion, you have to first see the emotion, find the emotion, and know what you want to let go of. So in meditation, this is one way to do it. It's about seeing what reoccurring thought does not allow you to maintain your peace in a still state. Like I said, some of them have been stuck for many years. A lot of people that have scoliosis that are functional, that are not from birth. And possibly if it's from birth, it's from a past life. So that's the way I help people assess what's going on with their bodies physiologically, psychologically, emotionally. And it's on a soul level, because right now in this time, tomorrow is a big portal in the astrology and numerically, and we're moving into higher dimensions. We're feeling our divine blueprint, our divine purpose. So when you realize that by alleviating a negative thought, a reoccurring negative thought, but I'm sure you have no negative thoughts about yourself ever, said no one ever. So, including myself, you know, we see these negative thoughts, negative self-talk, okay? So once we find that, maybe we realize who it came from. Maybe it came from a parent or a relative or a spouse. We work with that negative thought and realize that we are divine beings, and we need to let go of any negative self-talk, any negative programming. We just have to let it go. And it's easier said than done. And as I said earlier, we do it through meditation and seeing what it is, and we work through it. And then it becomes an emotion, a positive emotion in our body. And when we're replacing a positive emotion with a negative emotion, we lose that negative emotion, because two objects cannot occupy the same space. So my goal tonight was to bring to your awareness that there are multiple ways of releasing pain in the body, pain in your emotions, pain on a soul level, physical, mental, spiritual. And as I said, one of the ways I do that is with the ABCs of creative healing. Using an asana, opening the heart up. There are many different postures, asanas, that I recommend to people depending on what it is for them and what they're able to do, you know. Breathing. There are certain breathing techniques and practices that allow people to let go. Meditations during the breathing practices that allow them to let go and release, where stuff comes up from the subconscious, the unconscious, and it comes into the forefront of our awareness. So the spiritual, maybe we're living out a karma, maybe it's from a past life. So letting go of emotions in the body, mind, and spirit. We store them, and then they manifest as pain in our physical body when they become trapped. If somebody's had a bad knee injury, or maybe they never had a knee injury, but their knee becomes compromised, they can't walk, and it becomes worse and worse. I believe that until they deal with the root of the cause, we're not going to get farther, even if medicines are taken and exercises are done. And sometimes doing the asana, the practice, helps to release the emotion. We see the emotion because it's like a pump. We're pumping it out of, say, the elbow joint or the shoulder joint. When we feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders, we're going through something, our shoulders tend to hurt, or our neck hurts. You know, if we're not able to turn our neck, we're not seeing the past. That could be one possibility. So letting go of these trapped emotions, they release the hold they have on us. So think about that. What do you need to let go of? We're moving into really magnanimous times where we are the healers of our own divine blueprints. And by learning that and learning to be our own healers first, I mean, of course, sometimes you need to seek medical advice. I'm not a medical professional. I don't give medical advice. So working with your own emotions first and learn how to let go. So I hope you found tonight helpful. If you want more tips and practices on how to let go, there's some in the YouTube channel about breathing, about meditation. I'll post the links. So thank you so much for being here tonight. I wish you Om Shanti, 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 which is peace, peace, peace. And I had a teacher that said, all we want to do is to be happy. That's all we're all looking for is happiness. So I wish you happiness and love and light. And I'll see you soon.